Oh my god, look at the size of that duck. That duck's massive. Oh my god, look at the size of this horse. It's a duck-sized horse.
Howdy, duck fans, and hello, welcome to episode 34 of Duck-Sized Horses, the comedy podcast that answers all the would you rather questions we hope we've always wanted answered.
That's right.
I'm Jack Higgins.
I'm Nathan Herat.
And welcome to episode 34, the big 3-4.
Yeah, we're there. 34.
We're 2 episodes away from episode 36, which will be our 3rd birthday episode.
I know, exciting.
Speaking of exciting, and our 3rd birthday episode, we're going to kick off with some exciting news.
We are.
For our 3rd birthday, we are doing a live show at the Frog and Fiddle in Cheltenham.
We are.
On the 26th of April, Sunday the 26th of April.
Yep, that's right.
It's free entry.
Of course.
We're going to be there. We're both going to be there.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
And you can come along and be part of the live recording. So we're going to be gathering questions from you, the audience.
Yeah.
Gathering questions from you, the audience at home prior to.
Yes.
Playing some silly games. And generally having a marvellous time.
It should be great.
We've
I'm
got
really looking forward to it.
Act.
We have. It's crazy. It makes me feel actually like us. Yeah.
Yeah. Us.
Support act for us.
Yeah. On a Sunday evening in Cheltenham.
Someone is bravely beginning a show for us.
Mr. Josh Silk.
Yes.
So the show starts, I believe, at 7 o'clock. So.
Yeah.
As I said, it's free entry. Make sure you're down there.
Do doors open before that? Well, obviously, that's a stupid
question.
But I mean, no, you just stand outside and we'll do it.
If you wanted to put an absolute shift in, you can get there from, I think the pub opens at like 12 o'clock.
Oh, fair play, yeah.
So have a few.
Will it be like Wimbledon? There. Will there be people sitting on a hill if they can't get seats?
Oh, yeah, but if anybody shouts, come on, Tim, any of us, you're out.
Yeah.
Doors are at 6:30, I should clarify.
So if you want to get down early and have a picnic or something.
Yes, and come down and support Josh Silk.
That'd be great.
It's going to be incredible. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
I think we should give Josh a duck, surely.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
For supporting.
Josh, if you're listening, there's a duck on the way.
I'm sure you're delighted about that. That will have sweetened the idea of supporting for us. But I think he deserves it, surely.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank God. That's add it to the fee.
Yeah.
Whatever you're charging the frog, we'll add some ducks on top.
Absolutely.
So that'll be once again 26th of April.
Yes.
6:30, Frog and Fiddle in Cheltenham. We're there. You're there. Lovely Josh.
Josh is there.
Lovely jubbly.
Perfect.
Right, onwards and upwards with episode 34, I guess.
I've got some thank yous, I think,
Got
Higgins.
some thanks.
So thank you to everyone that's got in touch. Thank you to people that have sent in questions. I forgot to ask you pre-recording where this question came from, whether it was a personal one that we've generated ourselves.
This was one of the ones spat out from the spreadsheet of wonder.
I thought so.
Perhaps if you're lucky, if you pop down to our live show, I'll get the spreadsheet of wonder up on the big screen, and you can all see it.
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen it.
No.
It's very, very underwhelming.
I don't know. No, Higgins. It's amazing.
Incredibly underwhelming.
That's the highlight of the show, to be honest. I think the rest of the live show is not going to be great, but the...
I'll tell you what, we can all go, whoa.
Yeah. I feel like there should be some kind of pyrotechnics for the unveiling of full kind of WWE style.
Yeah.
Loads of pyrotechnics and craziness.
Flames and
fireworks. But that's exciting. That is exciting that I'll actually get to see it.
Lasers.
Yes.
Perfect.
But yeah, so it's one of the questions from there.
Yes, yeah. But it's one of the randomly generated ones. So no one to thank this week.
No one to thank.
Other than ourselves.
Which we do most weeks. So thank you for everyone that has sent in questions. I'm sure we'll get to your question at some point from the Spreadsheet of Wonder. Thank you to everyone that's got involved in the polls. Thank you to Higgins for remembering to do a poll as well, because we both forgot last month, so I'm very grateful to you for that.
Awful.
We'll come to the polls in a bit. Last thank you, we both, don't we, Higgins, want to say thank you to Radio Gloucester.
Yeah, BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
They played, episode 1, was it?
Episode 1. Tell you what, it was actually quite nice hearing hearing
was.
back the humble beginnings.
I feel like we've grown
Now,
as people.
Dizzy Heights 3 years on. We're doing a live show.
We are.
If we haven't already mentioned it.
No, how times have changed.
But yeah, thank you.
But
to,
yes, that was brilliant.
Yeah, BBC Gloucestershire for popping us on the upload show.
It was really, really great. Last bit of admin from me then, Higgins, is the scores. I make it Nathan Herat 18, Jack Higgins 16. And as I said to you just before we recorded, I think you are on a 4-episode winning streak.
I think it doesn't sound right.
No.
But I think maybe I'm talking myself out of points there. So I'm gonna take it.
I think that's what you're on. I've tried to do the maths. As we've discussed many a time, maths isn't my strong point. But I think it's at least a 3 winning streak that you're on.
Either way.
So
here I'm gunning for another point today.
I reckon you've got it, to be fair.
You conceding already.
Yeah. Good night. We'll see you next month.
Perfect. Right. So speaking of winning,
Yes.
Let's crack on. Let's discuss this month's question in hand. So the question this month is: would you rather end each day of your life with a cliffhanger, or know all of the spoilers for the rest of your life?
That's a great question.
So, as always, we're going to head to the polls to begin with. So the polls on Facebook.com have gone 70% in the way of cliffhangers every day.
Really?
And 30% in the way of knowing everything ahead of time and getting all the spoilers. And it's a very similar thing on Twitter as well. Everybody's gone with cliffhangers 60%, 40%. So
I'm quite surprised by that.
This is it. I am as well.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly. So little thanks to everybody who's gotten in touch and voted in those polls. So brace yourselves. Here are your names. He says,
getting them up.
Jack, Jazz, Claire, Sam, Andy, Damo, Russ, Tom, Matt, Rob, and everybody else. Thank you.
Nice. That was very smooth. I like that.
It was. Those were the first 10 names I could fit on the screen.
Well read.
This go.
Well read.
That's
Was there more than 10 people voted on it?
Oh yeah, mate.
Superb.
Lovely.
Man, we're growing.
So the same question goes to you then,
Yes,
Mr.
Jack
Herat.
Higgins.
Would you rather have a cliffhanger every day
Yes.
at the end of your for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Or know everything that's going to happen, so you get all the spoilers, so you know exactly how every day is going to pan out.
Now then, it's a good question. It's a very good question, and probably, if I'm honest, the hardest one I think we've had.
Really?
Certainly for me personally, the hardest one we've had in 34, or what will be 34 episodes.
Crikey.
So I've thought about it a lot, and I'm gonna pitch for, and it's a risk. I'm nervous to go for it, but I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna pitch for neither. I don't really.
Boo.
But I've got my reasons.
All right.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Like a preview of the live show. I'm going for neither because, firstly, with the cliffhangers at the end of each day or every day, I'm quite an anxious person.
Right.
Like you know that probably better than most people. How kind of anxious I can be, and I think I would just struggle to deal with a cliffhanger all the time.
It would be a nightmare getting to bed. You'd almost hope there was like a little like an on-demand thing where you can watch next week's episode ahead of time, or tomorrow's episode ahead of time.
Exactly, yeah, like a pre-screening of the next day sort of thing. Because I will worry about stuff that I know full well is going to be absolutely fine. So like I have been working where I work now for like a year and a half almost, and I still get nervous each morning that I'm going to turn up and that I'm not meant to be there. And I've got you've seen it. I've got the work badge.
Yeah.
I've got the work email. You know, I have kids that I have to support. I'm very much. I don't want to sort of blow my own trumpet, but I am a member of the staff.
Yeah.
And yet I still wait every morning. When we arrive at work, we have to buzz in, and every morning, once I have almost buzzed myself straight out because the out buzzer is nearer than the in buzzer.
But if you're already outside, how does that work?
No, like once you get inside, there's like into the reception.
Right.
There's 2 buzzers, and the one that you buzz yourself out at the end of the day is nearer to you.
Gotcha.
Than the in one.
Gotcha.
So once I've gone past the daily dance of pretty much buzzing myself straight out of work, I always think, is it going to work today? Is my key going to just be deactivated? So as you can see.
All right. Well, maybe this is your cliffhanger then. So like,
Maybe that, yeah.
Yeah,
but-
so the cliffhanger is this is like because your day could be sort of like truncated, I guess, into sort of
It could.
24-hour things.
Yeah.
You get out your car, you walk across the car park, you go to the door, like sweat on your brow from being anxious and then
and from physical
and
activity.
fumbling around, trying to get your pass ready, and you reach out to go and pop it on the buzzer to get in, and it pops up to be continued.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. This is actually making me anxious. I'm not gonna, that's a good point there.
But what if it just turned like, and then the next episode kicks in, the next episode of your day, the next part of your day, part 2, and it's you're in. Like it's just you walking into the building.
I just feel like
it's just normal.
Constantly living on cliffhangers.
Yeah,
is going to be exhausting. Because I also kind of feel like I don't know how you'd plan because you don't know
what's coming
next.
Hmm.
And that stresses me out.
Well, right then. So if you were let's do it the other way then. So if you were gonna go into work, into school, and you're gonna scan yourself in, and nobody's there, and you walk in, surely that's part of the exciting thing. Like initially you're gonna be confused, right?
Yeah.
But then you've got a whole like school to yourself. You've got like facilities. I know it's probably the last place you want to be.
I don't know.
But you can on your own. But you can like you can wheel out the big TV and watch stuff whenever you want to. Yeah, everybody loves the TV on wheels. Never.
I honestly don't know if we've got a TV on wheels. I feel like times have moved on, Higgins. Dare I say it?
No TV on wheels.
No, I think it's all like
no communal TV on wheels.
No,
not with Through the Dragon's Eye on a on a VHS
what a
tape.
Classic that is. What a classic program.
That hasn't been rewound from the last class.
No, so you already get a spoiler in that case, don't you? Because it's not been rewound. So if you're not in the same place as the other class, ruined.
There we go. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you go to get it out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I was never sure where the TV on the trolley lived.
No.
If it lived in a cupboard.
It was a mystery, wasn't it? Especially sort of. It's more primary school, I feel. I suppose the TV on wheels.
I mean, I work in a university.
Yeah.
And it's like a media place, so there's lots of TVs on wheels, and none of them really have homes.
No.
They just kind of float around
like
and go
nomadic.
in places. We've got a massive one in our office at the moment that's being used as like a test screen for like some signs.
Oh,
it's
cool.
Like it's massive. It's just one of those ones that you see like on the side, and it has like information about like different events the unit's got on, and like a little scrolling news thing at the bottom. And it's my running joke, and people keep walking into the office because it's right by our front door and go, wow, that's a big TV. And my favourite thing to do at the moment is going, where?
Well, that is a classic Higgins, that.
But the TVs on wheels, they had to have a home. Maybe that could be one episode trying to find it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I just feel like cliffhangers, though. I know you don't know what's coming next. That's the whole point of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the
but you only get one. You only get one a day. The rest of it could be quite mundane.
Would it be at the same time each day? Because I suppose if it was at the same time, I could kind of deal with that because I knew it would. I'd know it was coming, even if I don't know what it contained.
Yeah. Let's say. At the end of each day.
Yeah.
Or sort of, around sort of tea time-ish, when you're settled in.
Yeah.
And you've got something's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then, like, normal life just resumes the next day. However, on the weekend, you have like an hour-long one, so something extra special
like
happens.
an omnibus.
Yeah. And then there's like a mega cliffhanger, and at Christmas time, wow,
double header.
And that's when everybody's going to be talking about.
Yeah. Will it be like, are the cliffhangers going to have an element of peril to them, or will they be like positive cliffhangers, or does it literally depend on?
They can be both.
They can be both. Okay.
Yeah. So it could be like a little anti-cliffhanger. Those always wind me up in TV programs when you're like, I need to watch the next one like immediately.
Yeah.
And then you watch it and nothing happens.
Yeah.
I imagine you'd get quite a lot of those.
Yeah, I feel like
day
mine
to
would
day.
be probably constantly anti-cliffhangers. Almost.
But you'd rather just not know what was coming up every single day.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh no, you wouldn't. You
no,
wouldn't rather anything.
No, I wouldn't rather anything. I don't know why you invited me, Higgins.
All right, so you don't want spoilers.
The spoilers, no, because
either.
I felt that if you know all the spoilers to everything, that's quite isolating. Because I feel like you wouldn't be able to have such great conversations about films or something because you know what would happen, if you know what I mean. I know, like, once you've seen them, but like pre actually seeing it, you'd already know, wouldn't you? And it kind of spoils it.
I thought so. This one, I thought. I mean, I've gone with spoilers.
Have you? You've gone for
I've
spoilers.
gone for spoilers purely because I'm trying to be a bit clever here. You've tried to be clever and gone.
You say
and
tried.
Talked your way out of it.
I've
tried to be clever and talk my
way
into
into it. Nice.
So if you know if you know everything that's going to come up, there's no possible way in which you could lose anything because you already know the outcome of an event.
That's very true.
So
that's fantastic. Actually.
Say for example you were watching the lottery.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! You already know all the numbers.
Oh, hello.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
And of course you're going to win because you already knew.
And
you already knew you were going to win.
Genius, yeah.
And you already knew that you were going to do.
Yeah.
Like you already knew you were going to be like the first person on Mars.
Yeah.
You already knew you were going to invent a time machine because
you know all the spoilers.
You can do whatever you want, and
that's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
At what stage of your lottery winnings do you think people will start to get suspicious by your almost continuous winning of the lottery?
Well, I'm the only one who knows anything, so.
Oh yeah, but you'd claim it each time, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I know people are getting annoyed with me.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean,
I just wonder if they'd put like bans on it, like they'd be like, "Sorry, Higgins, you can't
play.
I'll be
the
lottery."
Yeah,
but then you'd know that was coming.
Yeah,
so you would have made your peace with it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I suppose.
I've got other stuff to do now.
Yeah, you got.
I've already won it once.
Other lotteries to win.
Once is enough.
Depends on the jackpot, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, true. I won £5 on a Set for Life a couple of weeks ago.
And would you describe yourself as set for life now with your £5?
For about 5 minutes, I was.
Living the high life.
Yeah, I think I bought myself a bag of crisps and and some ciders, and I think I was like, cool, this is pretty good. And then
pretty special.
After the end of all of them, I was like, oh well, it's a nice treat.
Yeah, you enjoyed the experience.
Yeah,
do it again.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you've got that freedom, and that's the little paradox. That's
a great point, mate.
But I don't know if that's cheating. If you
I don't know if it's cheat. Well, you're certainly kind of cheating the lottery, aren't you?
Yeah.
I suppose the people at the lottery won't be keen. Would you know the spoilers? Just for your when you say spoilers for everything, does that include other people's lives? So would you be able to know what my future would hold?
Yeah, I think. So everybody involved in your lives. I think you could.
Okay, that's because that'd be quite cool. I think actually, if you know someone's working really, really hard for something. Yeah. And you already know that
it would make it so easy to plan stuff.
It would,
people as well.
That's true.
You know, like this is a little peek behind the curtains of Duck Size Horses headquarters.
Yeah.
As soon as we stop recording, we'll say to each other, "That went all right. That was not bad." And then we'll say, "Oh, do you want to play FIFA?" And then we'll do a bit of that, and then we'll just before we leave. We say, "Oh, we'll sort out a date for the next one."
We do.
I'd already know.
You'd already know.
This is perfect. I can.
I mean, to be fair, Higgins, with 34 episodes in, you probably know that was coming anyway.
True. I mean, yeah, you could pick.
But no, I see the point you're making.
You could plan ahead.
Yeah.
You could.
And I suppose, although you're never really going to be surprised by anything because you know.
I think that's the only downside.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm not a massive fan of surprises.
Are you not?
No, I kind of get nervous, like not being in charge of things.
Oh right.
Or like not
being
not necessarily not being in charge of things, but like just like I like to have an idea of a plan.
Yeah.
Or know that I'm about to do something. That being said, I do quite like losing control on like things like roller coasters and stuff like that, and I'd quite like
Yeah.
to go skydiving. I think that'd be quite
Would you?
quite good. So, but surprises, like, I don't know. I think it's because I plan
You
ahead
plan,
so
yeah.
much.
You're very
So
planning.
it's very, I don't know. I think if that kind of, like, having a surprise party
Yeah.
thrown,
You wouldn't like that.
you know,
I wouldn't like that.
and if you went to a place, you'd already know a surprise was coming. So
True.
like
But then
you'd walk in, everybody would go, "Hey, surprise!" and you go, "I know."
But if you already knew, if you already knew, you would have time within yourself to kind of be like, right, I'm going to compose myself. And compose myself. I don't know what you were planning to do on, but you know what I mean. Like you'd be able to be like, well, I'll just sort of play along.
Oh my God, what are you all doing here?
Exactly, very much like that, only with feeling.
Our friends had a surprise party not so long ago, and it was in a private club. You know, the sort of ones where you've got to like sign yourselves in.
Oh wow, yeah.
And stuff. Not like a fancy one,
No,
but like a
yeah.
like a community centre, and you've got to sign your name in because
Yeah.
just going on the door. So obviously all the guests we'd all arrived like ahead of time. We'd all like signed a book to say we were there for the night, kind of thing. And the couple walked in, and it was the girl Amelia. It was her birthday, her 30th, and her partner Damo. He'd planned for this big surprise upstairs, and like he'd walked in, and the guy behind the counter just went, "You're right. You sign your name in the book. It's your party in."
Oh dear.
Like he had one job.
He had one
just
job.
to play it cool.
Oh my!
So she already knew everybody was upstairs, and it was a party. But
I mean, that's gutting, that isn't it? That is really good. You know what I don't get?
I'm sure he must have had like a pretty good backstory. So I was like, we're just gonna pop in, like see your mum and dad kind of thing.
It just puts everything to almost. I wouldn't say a waste of time. That's mean, but just like you say, one job.
Yeah.
Although I suppose
have a night off.
like yeah, just don't come into work.
Yeah.
The more surprising, I suppose, for a surprise party is if you arrive after the person whose party it is, because that's going to be more of a surprise.
If I was doing a surprise, I'd like to be in the building so everybody's surprised when they walk in.
Yeah.
So like it's a surprise party, but it's just me sat in the middle of a room.
Yeah.
So when they walk through the doors, they go, "Oh."
So you're already there.
Yeah.
So you're surprising them at the surprise
That's
party.
it.
That's genius.
It's like a reverse surprise.
That's incredible.
That could
actually.
work quite well.
I quite like that.
Oh, we're expecting to see you here. Yes, you. Yes, you were.
It's my party.
Oh, that's quite good.
That's a really good idea. Right?
I might. It's my 30th this year. I might plan that.
Too late.
Everybody, don't listen.
Yeah,
Pretend you heard
I've got
it.
a great idea
I'm gonna plan a reverse surprise party
yeah.
where I tell everybody.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is it. You've got to get someone else in on it.
Yeah.
So you've got to get the other person to tell everybody else that it's a surprise party for you.
I can do that bit.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll tell everyone else that it's a surprise party for Higgins.
And then when they turn up,
You're there.
I'm there
straight away.
and they're all surprised.
Yeah. Oh man, what a moment.
Incredible.
That is really that's proper good. That.
All right, smash it. But yeah,
Yeah. So I suppose
apart from that, although like some nice like small surprises, I quite like. So like, I got home from work today, and Abby's mum, she had brought round some onion bhajis that a colleague had made.
That is a nice surprise.
It was.
That is a
So
very
there's
nice
a
surprise.
little treat on the table for you if you want one. So I had an onion bhaji before I popped in the car.
And do you think you would have reacted the same to that onion bhaji had you already known as you were coming home from work that there was an onion bhaji waiting for you at the table? Would you have reacted in the same way?
I think I would have. I would have definitely been looking forward to it because I really like food. And I would have been thinking about it on the way home. I would have been like, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to that when I get in. That would be quite nice."
Yeah.
But if it was like a normal task or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
You look forward to different things. I think it's nice to look forward to things, but I don't think because you're never really surprised by anything you already know you're looking forward to.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose the looking forward to it kind of takes away the surprise element, doesn't it?
Yeah. But then, I don't know, you'd have to have a lot of things to look forward to.
Yeah, true.
Because surprises, can just kind of make your day sometimes.
Yeah, that's very true.
So that's the only bad thing, really. All the rest.
So why didn't you go for cliffhangers then? What was it about a cliffhanger each day or every day that you thought, I don't want to be
I just
not interested?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a I don't know, like if they get a bit predictable cliffhangers.
Do you think?
Yeah, especially if they're sort of every day. If you watch like a program called The Walking Dead.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
So if you haven't watched it at home, it's
Spoiler.
It's a zombie show, and every episode sort of follows a very sort of formulaic start, middle, end.
Yeah.
So we'll start at the end. Every end ends with a cliffhanger.
Yeah, right. I see you.
And then the show starts, and it's always like the resolution to that,
like a hook to get you in, sort of thing.
And then the remaining sort of like 45 minutes of it before the next cliffhanger is all just filler. And it's all just very kind of like, and like the first like couple series, brilliant, and you get really hooked but by about sort of like series 3, and I've lost count of how many there are, but it gets a bit samey and a bit like
you get a bit
so I think you'd get a bit tired of cliffhangers if it was a different one every single one. I think they'd have to be quite inventive. So they'd have to be like a different level of cliffhanger each day. So like one could be sort of like a peril one, and then next one could be sort of like a sort of happy-ish one.
So you'd have the cliffhangers on a rota system almost.
Yeah.
And then like weekly or daily change. Well, it'd be daily, wouldn't it? Change the type.
But then there'd have to be some sort of like light one where it's not really kind of a cliffhanger, but something like interesting enough happens that you'd want to sort of like pick it back up the next day and be like, I
like point of intrigue.
Wonder how that turned out. So like, like the day could end by like popping a cake in the oven, for example.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to turn out. Is it going to turn out quite nice, or is it going to turn out all burnt on the outside and runny in the middle?
Whoa.
So that's the cake I made here once. Made for our mate Ryan. It was all burnt on the outside and runny in the middle.
You have made some remarkable things here.
It was awful. It was absolutely terrible. So I think it would either get too predictable, or you'd have to. And it sounds strange saying the cliffhanger's predictable.
I suppose, yeah. Could you combine the two and have no spoilers for everything and have cliffhangers each day?
Oh, so there's like a little preview. So
yeah, because then I suppose if you know what's coming, you kind of know the cliffhanger.
Yeah, although it could be like one of those ones where it takes you off in a different direction, where they show you just enough of it to get you interested in.
Like a tangent thing.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Prison Break?
Yeah.
They do that a bit in Prison Break, don't they? Where you think something's going to happen.
I never got on with Prison Break. Like, it's one of those ones where, like, a couple series in, you're like, oh, well, you've already broken out of prison.
I was about to say, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't watched it, but by series 3 of Prison Break, you kind of think, you get a general feel of where they're going to go and how it's going to go.
Yeah. I think,
I do enjoy it, though.
It's like Ronsil. So it does what it says on the tin.
Exactly.
Exactly. Shout out Ronsil.
Yeah, nice. We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah. Got a fence to sort out.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
That's where you're at. Okay. Well, I think, to be fair, mate, you have argued that brilliantly. I'm already leaning over to the pen, to be fair. I'm not even going to try and...
Here we go.
Normally I have some kind of counter... I was going to say counter-attack.
You shot yourself in the foot straight away.
Of course I did. I went...
By choosing nothing.
I'm just giving you the point, mate.
I think next time we just make next time we choose nothing, just make a really short episode. 5 minutes, nothing. All right, conceded the point.
Yeah, I'll just hand over the point,
Yes, all right.
But yeah, no, so the scores, Higgins. 18 to me, 17 to you. This is an incredible comeback.
If I win the next one, it all goes to Cheltenham.
It does, yeah. It's like a pay-per-view.
Crikey. Now, if anybody at home is a gambling type, get help.
Yeah. Don't gamble on this.
Yeah, but that's I don't know.
That's a great cliffhanger, though, isn't it?
It is.
It could go to Cheltenham.
It could.
I mean, it will go to Cheltenham anyway.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Superb.
Right, so speaking of which and other episodes coming up, obviously we want you to come to our live show.
We do.
Which, if we haven't already mentioned it, we've got a live show coming up.
Spoiler.
But there are some other ways you can get in touch with us in the meantime. And how can you do that?
You can tweet us at DSH Podcast. Our Facebook page is Duck-Sized Horses. You can email us at ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com. And when you're on those, you can get involved by sending us questions. As Jack said, there is a spreadsheet of wonder, which you come to our live show in Cheltenham, another plug, you can see it in the flesh. Well, not the flesh, because it's not made of, but you know what I mean. In person, you can see it, is what I meant to say.
I might draw it on my belly.
Get it tattooed like Prison Break on your back. That's a bit of a spoiler as well. If you've the spoilers are flying left, right and centre. But yes, so they're the ways to get in touch. We really do love hearing from you. It's always a great laugh. If you want to get involved in our competition as well, then use our contact details for that. What do they have to do though, Jack?
You have to send us in a photo or a video of a duck and or a horse, or something duck or horse related. Absolutely. And we will send you a signed rubber duck.
And who's it signed by, Jack?
Signed by me.
And me.
I've just caught the duck bucket out of the corner of the eye. We're going to bring this up to Cheltenham as well.
We are.
I guess. It needs a bit of a refill.
It does.
We're running low.
It's looking a bit bare.
Yeah, the competition entries have been flying out. If you want to see some of the previous competition entries,
yes,
you can check out our website, ducksizedhorsespodcast.com.
Absolutely.
And get some ideas, get some inspiration, and fire them over to us.
Yes, so I'll give you the details again. Once you've got your picture or whatever, duck or horse related thing, you can tweet them to us at DSH Podcast. Our Facebook page is Duck-Sized Horses. You can email them to us at ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com. Whilst you're on your device, also check out our website, as Jack said, www.ducksizedhorsespodcast.com, where you can find, as Jack said, the sort of competition entrance. You can also find all the episodes up to date. If this is your first episode, thank you for joining us. And also, if there's anything you think that we should be made aware of, duck or horse related, or both, use those contact details. I know we always say it, we really do love hearing from you.
It is fantastic.
It is great to hear from you.
Just going to throw another little one in there.
Go for it.
If you know any spoilers coming up,
absolutely,
let us know.
If you want to spoil something, if you're planning a surprise party and you want to ruin it for someone.
As Nathan almost said just then, if there's anything you think we should be aware of, outside of the duck or horse realm,
if there's anything you want to
spoil away,
if you've got any plans for Jack's 30th, by all means get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
Perfect. Right, off to watch Prison Break.
Spoilers.
This podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.